Hi everyone, this is Bastian from the Canine Way. Today I would like to talk to you about a big word in the dog world, socialization. And socialization, what you need to know from my point of view. Because what you hear all the time is just basically getting the dog, especially in the formative stages, in the first few months of the pup's life, to get the dog out into the world as much as possible, which is true, but there's a big question of how to do that. What most everyone does is they take the pup out into whatever surrounding, into whatever context, and let the dog deal with it. And that just then depends on the dog's personality and temperament, how they do that. A lot of dogs just get super excited, crazy, jump up, run around, get too excited, they might even pee themselves, etc., etc. Other dogs get really anxious, they get really freaked out, timid, oh my god, what's happening, I don't understand this, I don't know what to do. So basically leave your dog, most people do, they leave their pup to their own devices when they do that and respond to the world, and your dog has to deal with it somehow. What happens in that context, the focus is on the world, is on the distractions, is on other people, other dogs, smells, sounds, whatever it is. It's not on you. It's almost like you are not in the picture. The dog is just doing its thing, whatever it is, however that looks like, and you are not part of that. The idea of proper socialization is the opposite. Yes, you take your dog into the world, but you aim to keep the dog's focus on you, so that you become more important, more rewarding, more exciting than the rest of the world, so that the world kind of fades into the background and you become the primary and the world is the secondary, rather than the other way around, rather than the world becoming primary and you kind of secondary, or not even in the picture at all. So that's really the idea of how to go about socialization, where you take your dog out into the world, and that's what you want to do then, is you want to get the dog's focus and attention back on you. And you can do that in many different ways. Food, toys, just getting excited yourself, acting louder, being more excited, being more kind of where you override what's happening in the world. And ideally, you form a little ritual. Like whenever you go to a new environment, whenever you step out of the house, whenever you take your dog out of the car, whatever the context is, whenever you take your dog into a new place, the first thing you want to do, you want to get your dog's attention. You want to use food, you want to use toys, you want to get excited and get the dog come to you, and you're rewarding, you're fun, so that the dog learns whenever you go to a new place, the dog will be kind of, yes, what are we doing? It's glued to you, it's glued onto you, and looks to you rather than to the world and its many distractions. So you can have a little, you can cue that. So let's say you have a young pup, and you can just do that by going out into the garden or out into the driveway. And each time you do that, just for a minute, you say something like, are you ready? And then as soon as the dog gives you attention, you get a toy out, you get treats out, you get some food out, you keep the dog engaged for a minute, you walk backwards, you kind of pull the dog in, and you're really excited, and you keep the dog engaged. And the dog gets distracted, and you try to get it back. You make sounds, come. You walk backwards to pull the dog back in, and that the dog gives attention to you. And you just do that for a minute and keep the dog engaged. And then you just go back inside. And then a bit later, you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. So, and at the beginning stages, you have a cue like, are you ready? And at the end, you can also use it for play down the road. And at the end, when you're done, you say something like, okay, all done. And you put the food away, put the toys away, you act normal, and you walk away with the dog. So that you have a kind of a cue to start and a cue to end. And that's really all you want to do with socialization. You want to just have quick moments where, at least initially, you get the dog into a new environment and you keep the dog's attention on you, and you make it really rewarding, really fun, really exciting. And the more you shape that down the road, then you can just say, in whatever context, go, "Are you ready?" And the dog will go, "Oh, yes, what?" And it's just really focusing and looking to you and at you, and forgets about the world. So that's kind of one of the most beneficial things you can shape at a young age. Because if you have your dog's attention, everything is easy. If you don't have your dog's attention, everything is hard. So just think about that, and really, as much as you can, teach the dog to focus on you, look to you, come to you, engage with you, and make it really, really rewarding, really fun, so that the dog forgets about the world and you become the primary. And also the huge side benefit from that is the dog will learn more and more to look to you to make decisions, and you are dealing with the world, so the dog doesn't have to do it. Yeah, that's all on socialization in a nutshell, and what you want to focus on. Play with it, have fun, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.